It just was about trying to figure it out. I mean, like everybody else was doing. The teachers the same way, and the school.
What's the homeschooling experience been like for you?
If you asked me that in the beginning, I would have said horrible and really hard, and I was not cut out for teaching. It's not been something that I was trained to do. But we got our groove after like probably the first month. And again, it just was about trying to figure it out. I mean, like everybody else was doing. The teachers the same way in the schools. And we were fortunate enough to really have a school that was able to really get it and get it fast. It was great in that sense. But, Harper's extremely social and she misses her friends. And part of her school experience and learning was being there physically. So that's been really hard.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that they're going to be back in the fall? Do you want them to go back in the fall?
I mean, yes, of course I want them to go back in the fall, but do I think it's going to happen? No. I mean, LA Unified, of course, just announced that they're not. And we're in a private school, but we usually follow most of the time of what LA Unified is doing. So I don't think so.
Kind of tell me a little bit about how your quarantine's been going.
Again, like day by day, some days great and easy, some days like total roller coaster, like it's different every day. But I think we're definitely in a groove. It was much harder in the beginning. And then, I don't know, I felt like we were seeing a little bit of the light, and now all that light was kind of taken away the last couple days. So I'm trying to just kind of like process that a little bit,
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, how do you keep like your spirits up? Because like you got to keep your spirits up and then also keep the spirits up for your kids too, because like obviously this has been an anxiety ridden time for a lot of people, but you got to stay strong for your kids.
Yes, I do. But I also want them to see that I can also be stressed and upset and not happy about the situation too. Like at the very beginning, it was very hard for my daughter. Like my son was like, woohoo, I get to stay home all day, play with my toys, get to be with mom, like it was easy, and her, it was very, it was a very big change. She's extremely social. It just is very much her personality. She misses her friends desperately and her teachers and her routine and all of that. So, I didn't want her to like not feel those feelings. Like we needed to like feel them. And I was right there with her. I felt the exact same way. I missed, all the things that we do normally. So yes, I mean, definitely we want to stay positive, but at the same time, I want her to feel like, it's normal to feel like that.
Right. I mean, how did you explain this to them? Like what was going on?
It's funny. I Colt just turned 5. He understands that there's something, out there that we have to protect ourselves with masks. It's pretty as simple as it is for him. He understands that he has to do that. He can't be around people, and but I didn't get into a really kind of in-depth conversation. I didn't feel like I needed to with him.
Sure.
We just need, there's a, like a cold, it was like, it's a cold out there, like, when you don't feel really well and some people have it and some people, they don't know they have it, that kind of thing. With Harper, she understands all of it completely. So it was really just about kind of like talking through her feelings about it, talking about how it sucks, and it's okay to say it sucks because it does. And, and that, mommy and daddy never thought we would ever have to do something like this or, to have to even deal with something like this and just really be honest about it. So.
I think that's the most important thing. All you can do is be honest. You can't sugarcoat it. Just got to tell it as how it is.